Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, home to the North Carolina State Wolfpack, and the fans here on this leg of Tobacco Road have been getting ready since early this morning. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So NC State's return team didn't help matters out much there. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31.
Tell you what, defensive dream, right? You dream about coming out, setting the tone. You practice your script all week of what you want to be in and how you want to be successful. And bam, right out the gates, forcing the INT. Let's go.
Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Got the first down and more. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. NC State quick to the line. On second down, wants to throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. He's going to pass. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The give to the tailback. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Now on 3rd down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll try the left side. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Dropping back, it's Higgins. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Quarterback checking off. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Still looking on the move. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. 1st and 10 for the offense. They'll ride the hot hand. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's got the tight end there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. They'll run it to the left looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, If you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They go to the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On the move, it's Lay. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football, and they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Georgia Tech! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Pinned just inside their own 20, they need to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. NC State going up tempo.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Back to the air one more time. Makes the catch. It's Harris. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. No huddle, offense to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Grabs it in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Got his man in the middle. Hit the afterburners, kid. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 20. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
First and goal. Georgia Tech.
Dropping back, it's Higgins. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets racing to the line in a hurry-up. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. He wants to throw. Trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. The give to the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too, before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense set for a first down play. To throw, it's Higgins. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, you wonder if the defense has started to figure it out finally here. In the first half, this guy has been absolutely lighting you up, and finally they get some bodies back there anticipating the QB to look his way to force an incompletion.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's not afraid to go deep. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Nice Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high, and wide on that one.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have...
Unleashes one deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Raleigh. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He gets a block, and he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Offense getting set for first down. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Just steamrolling the defense. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You can tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break the tackle. Gets him on the ground.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Big 3rd down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. Back to pass. It's Higgins. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. The Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line. On 4th down, going to the air. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They'll go back to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 1 brings up 2nd and 11.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Just a misfire for this sophomore as he threw it behind him. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And this one splits the uprights. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. You saw guys playing with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel grouping. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys. And they're 4-1. They got the job done.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. Got his man quickly. Bulls his way forward. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? He's looking to throw it. He's right on target. Makes the catch and knocked down. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter. And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And the Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. Might be looking to run. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Looking to pass. It's Higgins. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Grab behind the line. It's Lay. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Dances away. He's going to run it. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Softened him up with the run. Now to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink. It is hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Extending the play. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Virginia Tech looks like a legit contender right now. That offense is just having its way so far. They're up 14 over Cal. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The throw. This sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late tonight.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's taking a deep shot. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy.
A shot toward the end zone. He's got his man in the back of the end zone, but he was a little too far out of the back. It's incomplete. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. It's complete. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And the beatdown has ensued. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He'll throw one to his right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Looking to throw, it's Higgins. Throws toward the end zone. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Floating away. Hit as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. The completion well past the sticks. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a 1st down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. He makes a grab. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Hey, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Quarterback checking the play. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Line gets set, 1st down. He's going to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. Ball aloft, and it's up for grabs, and it's intercepted. And he runs out of bounds with the interception, and that is how we'll finish off this game. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, oh, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.